Are you sick of being ignored by women, of having your messages read without a single response? Listen up, because today's video is about to show you how to make that a problem of the past. This isn't fluff. It's not sweet talk. It's hard, practical truth based on psychology, Stoicism, and brutally honest communication that will get you real responses every time. If you're ready to hear raw facts that could shake up your life and relationships for good, drop a yes in the comments below. And don't look away. We're diving into 10 messages they can't ignore. Watch till the end, because every message builds on the last. Now let's get started. Number 1. The curiosity hook. Women thrive on curiosity. That's why the first message is about drawing her in with a teaser. Now don't just send her something like, "I was thinking about you." Be strategic. Instead say, "I just realized something interesting about you," and leave it at that. Let her imagination start working. People crave closure, especially when it's about themselves. That's basic psychology. By dropping an open-ended hint, you're triggering her desire to know more. She'll want to know what you mean, and chances are she'll ask you right away. This is not manipulation. It's showing that you're insightful enough to know how to keep her attention on you. Now let's break down the psychology behind this. Curiosity is one of the most powerful motivators in human behavior. When you hint at knowing something about her without giving away the full story, you're planting an idea that she needs to understand. Think of it like an itch she can't scratch. The only way for her to find relief is to respond and ask you about it. This message creates a kind of loop in her mind, where she's constantly trying to fill in the blanks. And here's the beauty. It's not just any curiosity. By making it about her, you're tapping into something even deeper, personal intrigue. But don't make the mistake of overdoing it. You're not here to tell her a life story. You're here to give her a glimpse. A lot of men go wrong by spilling everything in one go. They start talking, explaining, and before they know it, they've lost the mystery. This first message is about subtlety. You're showing her that there's more to you, and she has to invest a little effort if she wants to know what that is. Let's say she's a gym enthusiast. You could say, "I noticed something that only serious gym goers get," and let it sit. This is a powerful opener because it speaks to her identity and makes her curious to know what you've noticed. Don't underestimate the simplicity here. A message like this is effective because it's about her, it's indirect, and it suggests there's more beneath the surface. She'll want to scratch that itch. Number 2. The thought-provoking question. The next message is not about filling silence with useless words. It's about showing depth. Try a question that makes her think, something like, "If you could do anything, what's one thing you wish you'd done differently?" This cuts past the surface level and digs deeper. If you're talking to someone who can only handle small talk, then she's not going to appreciate this. But if she's worth her salt, she'll respect you for bringing real substance to the conversation. And trust me, questions like this make you memorable because you're showing her that you see beyond the trivial. That's how you get responses that actually mean something. Why does this work? People want to feel understood, especially in today's world where superficiality rules conversations. By asking her a question that demands some introspection, you're signaling that you're not like every other guy who's asking about her weekend plans. You're asking something that requires thought, and that's significant. It's not a yes or no question. It's an invitation for her to open up. This is key to creating a connection that goes beyond surface-level pleasantries. An important tip here: this isn't about being intrusive. You're not asking about her life's traumas. You're simply prompting her to reflect. A message like this respects her space, but opens a door for something more meaningful. Here is an example. What's one thing you always wanted to do, but never got the chance? This kind of question makes her pause, even if she doesn't answer immediately. In a world where everyone's in a rush, someone who can make her slow down and think stands out. In relationships and dating, novelty is everything. Most people get stuck in a cycle of boring, repetitive questions, but by sparking real thought, you're creating novelty. You're not just another notification on her screen, you're someone who stands out. And here's the best part. When she does respond, she's giving you a glimpse into what matters to her. That's valuable information you can use to deepen the connection in your next messages. Number 3, the self-affirmation message. This one's all about confidence, and that's something you don't see enough of these days. A message like, "You know, not everyone knows how to appreciate someone unique. Lucky for you, I'm not everyone," shows you're self-assured. If she sees you as just another guy trying to get her attention, she'll tune you out. But if you show her that you're selective and confident, it changes the game. Women respect men who respect themselves. It's about having the mindset that you're worth responding to. This message lets her know she's got a man with standards, not some guy desperate for a reply. Here's the deal with self-affirmation. It's like a spotlight that only shines on those who deserve it. By sending a message that shows you're confident, you're setting yourself apart from the crowd of men who constantly seek approval. Women see right through desperation. When you speak with confidence, it shows that you're secure, that you're not looking for validation from anyone but yourself. This kind of mindset is rare and valuable, and it makes you more attractive. Confidence isn't about putting her down or acting like you're better than her. It's about showing that you know what you bring to the table. Try this. "I'm not the kind of guy who needs to play games to get attention. I value real connections." You're making it clear that you have self-respect, and self-respect is magnetic. This is the type of message that will resonate with the right woman, one who values herself enough to recognize confidence in others. And here's a tip. Confidence should be felt, not flaunted. Don't go overboard, or you'll come off as arrogant. Instead, keep it simple and let the words do the talking. Another example? Try, "I'm picky about the people I let close, so if I'm talking to you, there's a reason." With this, you're creating intrigue while showing her that you have high standards. Remember, high standards are not about being exclusive, they're about being selective. Number 4, the empathy appeal. Empathy. It's in short supply, especially in today's swipe-left culture. So when you send her a message that shows you actually understand what she's going through, it stands out. Say something like, "I know things can get overwhelming. Just remember, you're not alone." This shows that you're not only paying attention, but that you care about her well-being without asking for anything in return. And in a world where everyone's quick to judge, empathy will always be magnetic. When a woman feels seen and understood, she responds. It's that simple. Why does empathy work? Because it's rare. In a culture where everyone's trying to get something out of someone else, showing genuine empathy sets you apart. When you send a message that shows you're tuned into her life, her feelings, you're creating a space where she feels safe to open up. Women aren't used to men who care beyond what's on the surface, so an empathy-driven message can be refreshing. An important thing here, you're not trying to play therapist. Empathy doesn't mean you need to solve her problems or give advice she didn't ask for. Sometimes it's as simple as showing you're present. Let's say she's mentioned that work has been stressful. You can respond with, "I get it. Balancing everything can be a lot. Just know you don't have to do it alone." This message shows you're attentive without being overbearing. Empathy builds trust. And in relationships, trust is the foundation of everything. By showing empathy, you're making her feel comfortable enough to be herself. You're telling her, "I'm here and I'm listening." And that, my friend, is a rare quality in today's fast-paced world. It's a powerful move that strengthens bonds and keeps her coming back. If she's shared something personal or difficult, respond with, "It sounds like you've been handling a lot. I respect that you're so strong about it." This shows empathy and admiration, reinforcing that you're someone she can talk to when things get tough. In a society where people are quick to judge, empathy will always be a superpower. And for the right woman, it's an irresistible quality that will draw her closer to you. Number 5, the anticipation teaser. Nothing grabs attention like anticipation. Let her know there's something in store, but don't spill all the details. Say something like, "Can't wait to share this surprise I've got for you. You're going to love it." What does this do? It sets up a scenario where she's wondering what's coming next. Anticipation is a powerful psychological tool. People don't like unfinished stories. We're wired to want to know what happens next. When you create a little suspense, it keeps the conversation alive and engaging. Now, anticipation is a massive part of what makes relationships exciting. Think about it. When was the last time someone gave you a cliffhanger? The effect is magnetic. When you give her a glimpse but not the full story, you're creating what is called the Zeigarnik effect. Basically, people remember unfinished tasks or incomplete information better than finished ones. She'll keep thinking about your message, wondering what the surprise could be, and that mental itch won't go away until she finds out more. Let's dig into an example. Let's say you know she loves a specific type of music or has a favorite restaurant. You could message her, "I think I just found a spot that's perfect for you. Can't wait to show you." Notice how you're giving her just enough to keep her curious, but not enough to let her figure it out completely. That's key. By keeping it vague, you're leaving room for her to fill in the blanks, and that's where curiosity and anticipation really come into play. This technique is incredibly effective in today's world because people are used to instant gratification. By creating a bit of delay and mystery, you stand out. It makes you someone who's not just handing everything over at once. You're giving her something to look forward to, a reason to keep the conversation going. And, importantly, you're showing her that you know how to build excitement, which is a rare skill that keeps people coming back. Number 6, the personalized compliment. Forget the lazy, shallow compliments. Skip the "you're beautiful" nonsense and go for something with impact. Compliment her intellect, her humor, or her ambition. Say something like, "The way you think about things is honestly refreshing." A compliment like this is powerful because it's not generic. It shows that you're not just after looks, but are interested in what actually makes her unique. Women are used to flattery that's skin deep. Show her you're different, and she'll start to see you differently too. Let's break down why this works. People want to feel appreciated for who they are, not just how they look. In today's social media culture, women are bombarded with likes and comments that focus on the external. By offering a compliment that goes deeper, you're speaking to her as a person, not as an object. You're telling her that you see something special in her, something that goes beyond what's obvious. For example, if she's passionate about a particular hobby, let's say photography or writing, you could say, "I really respect how dedicated you are to your craft. Not everyone has that kind of passion." This shows that you pay attention to her interests and recognize her efforts. Compliments like these are rare and meaningful because they reflect who she truly is, not just how she looks. They stand out because they're genuine and thoughtful, making her see you as someone who's both insightful and observant. And here's a tip: be specific. The more specific the compliment, the more impactful it will be. Instead of just saying, "You're smart," try, "I admire how you can talk about complex things in a way that's easy to understand." Now you're showing her that you actually noticed her unique way of expressing herself. That's the kind of compliment that resonates because it shows you're paying attention to details, something that few people take the time to do. Number 7, The shared experience reminder. Pull out a memory that only the two of you share and bring it back to life. Say, "Remember that night we stayed up talking about our dreams?" That's the kind of connection that sticks with me. When you recall a shared experience, you remind her of a time when she felt close to you. This creates nostalgia, and nostalgia is a powerful emotional driver. It takes her back to a place of comfort and connection, making her more likely to reply. Nostalgia isn't just a feeling, it's a psychological trigger. People associate good memories with positive emotions, and when you bring up a shared memory, you're effectively reawakening those feelings. This is especially impactful if the memory involves a moment of vulnerability or a meaningful conversation. By bringing it up, you're reminding her of the connection you already share, and that can be a powerful magnet in your relationship. Let's say you both love hiking, and you once had a conversation about exploring new trails. You could text, "Remember when we talked about hiking that one trail? Still down for that adventure?" This doesn't just remind her of the conversation, it invites her to relive the excitement of that shared plan. It subtly implies that you're interested in spending more time together without being overly direct. Shared experiences are the glue that holds people together. In a world where many conversations are shallow and forgettable, bringing up a shared memory shows that you're not only present, but that you value the moments you share. It's a reminder that you see her as more than just another conversation. You're taking her back to a place where she felt valued and connected. And that's the kind of message that goes deeper than words. It's about recreating that emotional space where she remembers why she enjoyed talking to you in the first place. Number 8. The knowledge share. Let's talk about adding value. Send a message that offers her something new to think about. Like, "Did you know curiosity releases dopamine? Maybe that's why talking with you always feels interesting." This isn't just a random fact. It's a way to show that you're knowledgeable and engaged with the world. Women respect men who bring value to their lives. Make her feel that every conversation with you is a chance to learn or be intrigued, and she'll be coming back for more. Sharing knowledge is a subtle way to demonstrate value. It's not about showing off, it's about creating conversations that have substance. In today's dating culture, where most messages revolve around trivial topics, sharing something interesting sets you apart. It shows that you're well-informed and thoughtful. And here's the twist. When you share knowledge, you're not just giving her information, you're offering her a new way to look at things. For example, let's say you recently read about how certain scents can trigger memories. You could say, "I read that scents are tied closely to memory. Explains why certain places make us think of specific times or people." This is a subtle way of engaging her mind and creating a deeper conversation that moves beyond small talk. Knowledge-sharing messages appeal to the part of her that craves depth, especially if she's tired of the same old "how was your day" texts. Here's another angle. Send something that connects to a shared interest or her field of passion. If she's into art, mention an interesting fact or insight about a recent exhibit or artist. You're showing her that you pay attention to her interests and that you're curious about the world around you. This adds an extra layer of respect because you're making her feel seen, appreciated, and intellectually challenged, a combination that's rare and hard to ignore. Number 9. The can't miss opportunity. FOMO, fear of missing out, is real. Send a message like, "I've got something awesome planned for next Friday and trust me, you don't want to miss it." Now she's intrigued. You're not just asking her to hang out, you're offering an experience. This takes things beyond just texting back and forth. You're inviting her into your world, and that's attractive. It shows her you're a man of action, not just talk, and that you know how to make things happen. Let's dive into why this approach works so well. In today's world, where options are endless and everyone is vying for attention, standing out requires offering something different. The "can't miss" message is more than a casual invite. It's a strategic move that puts her in a position where she feels she might miss out on something special. When you present an opportunity like this, you're not only creating curiosity, but you're also suggesting exclusivity, like she's the one you want to share this moment with. The psychological effect here is FOMO at its finest. When people think they're on the brink of missing out on a unique experience, it triggers a sense of urgency. It's no longer a maybe situation. It's a "what am I missing if I don't go?" So, give her a hint without all the details. Say, "I'm planning something you'll love. You've never seen anything like this." With that, you're planting a seed of intrigue while giving her a reason to be part of something memorable. Now, here's a key tip. Don't over-explain. Keep it short and let the mystery do the work. The more you leave open-ended, the more curious she'll be. And remember, this isn't about trying to impress her with big gestures or showing off. It's about making her feel like she's about to experience something unique, because you're someone who knows how to create those moments. In a sea of ordinary conversations, a message that creates excitement for something exclusive will set you apart. Number 10. The Stoic Appreciation Message. This final message is a game changer. Show her that you genuinely value her by saying, "I just want you to know that I really value having someone like you in my life." Simple, yet powerful. In today's world, where people are often used to superficial interactions, showing real appreciation can set you apart. Appreciation hits different when it's sincere. It's a way of saying you don't take her presence for granted, and that, my friend, is something that resonates deeply. Let's break down the impact of appreciation. Genuine appreciation is one of the rarest things in modern communication. Why? Because everyone's focused on getting something from someone else. Few take the time to acknowledge what they actually have. By sending an appreciation message, you're flipping the script. You're saying, "I see you, and I value what you bring." This taps into something deeper, a sense of being recognized and valued for who she truly is, not just for superficial reasons. A lot of men overlook this because they think appreciation might make them seem vulnerable. But here's the truth. There's power in vulnerability when it's genuine. Women respect men who can express gratitude without asking for anything in return. An appreciation message says you're secure enough to acknowledge her importance, and that's magnetic. In a world where people treat relationships like transactions, showing appreciation is a refreshing change. Here's a practical way to frame this. Think about a specific quality she has that you genuinely admire and tie it into your message. For example, say, "I just wanted to tell you I really admire how you always keep things real." It's rare to find that kind of authenticity these days. You're not only complimenting her, you're showing that you see her character. That's the kind of message that doesn't just get a reply, it leaves an impression. Finally, remember this. Appreciation creates an emotional anchor. She's going to remember the way you made her feel appreciated, which is something most people don't experience enough of. This simple act of gratitude becomes a powerful connection point. And in the long run, it's these small gestures of appreciation that build lasting relationships, built on respect, sincerity, and a deep sense of value. Look, these 10 messages aren't just about getting responses. They're about becoming the man who understands what works and why it works. You're here because you're tired of playing games that get you nowhere. These messages, they're real, they're practical, and they're grounded in principles that work. So next time you find yourself waiting on a reply, ask yourself, are you sending words worth replying to? Now, if this video has given you insights you didn't have before, it's time to level up and subscribe to the channel. Or if you're able, join as a member to keep high-quality, practical content like this coming your way. Drop a comment below with your favorite text or a text that resonates with you the most. Your support means we can make these information accessible to as many men as possible, ready to take control of your connections. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep this journey going.